Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Strawberry Hill Podcast. I know it's been a minute because we had all the holidays and everything, but we're back. We're back. Before we get started, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and follow us on all of the social media platforms with Strawberry Hill Podcast. And today we have some of my favorite people in the house. Yeah. We decided just to kind of not going to do any kind of special guests. We're just doing some friends today.
Little goulash.
Some goulash. Yeah. A goulash of people. We got Dave.
That's me.
Mr. Dave. Uncle here. Dave. I don't know what other nicknames you got here.
I got
Papa Dave.
But I don't think it's appropriate. Well, I don't know. This show go all over the place.
It'd be anywhere.
Yeah, just stick with that one. That'll work.
Which one? Papa Dave?
Dave's fine.
Dave? And then we got George.
Capital G.
Capital G.
Yeah.
Capital G, George.
What is it? The favorite George? Oh, no, that's Craig. Or Yeah,
favorite Craig. I'm the favorite George, though.
Favorite George.
On Craigslist?
No. In our group, Troy,
100%.
those guys, I had to become the real George because the first George wasn't cutting it. So I became the real George. Like, hey, bro, to the side. So
before we get started, how's everybody's mental health? I always do this with everyone.
My mental health is good. It's stable.
Stable.
It's stable. It's usually always a roller coaster, but it's stable. I know good days are coming always. So
1 to 10.
I'd say maybe a 6.
Good enough score. What about you?
8.
Oh, look at that guy.
8.
Damn. Yeah, that's high.
And you all right.
You can't
That's
let
good.
people take your stuff. Nothing.
Take your stuff.
You can't take my stuff.
Ain't no thievery in your life.
No
is
thievery.
I saw that Deion Sanders, I saw something. I know he probably said this years ago, but he said he never has a bad day because he has the remote control to his life.
Boom.
He's like, you can't cause me. He goes, I might have a bad moment, a bad hour, a bad second, but I won't have a bad day because I control my day.
That's
like,
very true. I've gotten a lot better as I gotten older, but it's not that I let people take it from me. It's that I give it to people that need it more than I do. And I realize that, wow, how many people need it?
That's
when I get
problem.
home by myself is when I just kind of, I recharge, and sometimes that's an important moment where people need to recharge. But
I think that's a big problem with most people, especially that were people that have been in law enforcement. We're givers. Especially of time and emotions.
Some of us are, yes. Yeah.
And it's like we're so bred to help that we don't ever help ourselves. That's the tough part. Yeah. So we need all of Dave. We got like the full Dave at 11 o'clock this morning. That's good.
The full Dave's like the full Monty, but better.
I'm wide awake.
Wide awake.
I woke up to nothing in my house, and no one needing me. I had a few things I had to deal with, but other than that, I am all you.
All
this shit.
All of me.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I get all of Papa Dave.
Good times. Good times.
Yeah, I think I'm at 5 or 6, which is like
6.
It's like
That's baseline.
Baseline.
Yeah.
But it's just because, one, I'm just stressing about, of course, always stressing about the business. But then this freaking snowpocalypse is coming. Now
Yeah. 30 feet, right?
Yeah, we've gotten 2 to 5 inches, and now today it's 5 to 26 inches. I don't know. I think anybody could be a meteorologist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're just like, it's going to snow. How much?
Yeah.
I don't know, 2 inches to 30? Just anywhere between there, I'm going to be right.
Be like, it's going to snow some. How much? Some.
Some.
Some little
or
some.
just going to snow.
Just
When?
gonna
I don't know
snow.
when, but it's just going to snow.
Well, your ratio of success rates are very high when you give yourself that room for error. And I don't blame them. I would want to guarantee my job next year.
So now I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to do about the snow, if I should stay open, when or how long to stay open, yada, yada, yada. It's a mess.
The things to do as a business owner.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm not ready, especially like if it snows that much, like the kids are going to be home more too. So I got to figure that out because of school, and
Parenting.
especially if it snows 30 inches, it's going to be like the Oregon Trail. I'm going to have to go out and hunt for food.
Well, the hardest decision is finding that sled. You got to find the perfect.
Well, I've got
sled
some.
Take your kids to
yeah,
sleep
we've
right
got
there.
some lumber downstairs we can use. Yeah.
Just carve one out.
Yep. Well, I'll have you carve it out.
Oh, here it goes. Here comes Mike.
And then we'll go back to the Oregon Trail. You can hop on with us.
Are you going to let me out of the basement? Everybody knows that you keep me down in that basement to work.
You're acting like it's like I'm kidnapped you.
A lot of people haven't seen
Get
Dave.
in the basement.
Where's Dave been? Oh, he's working down there.
You choose to be down there, sir.
I do.
Everyone just thinks I force you down there. Yeah, blink twice. Everyone comes up like, "Oh, Dave's alive. He's here."
I heard him down there. I little tink, tink, tink. He's probably sitting on the ground with a drill, drinking a Budweiser.
Yeah.
Hey, don't narc my secrets. If any of you, all I ask is you guys learn SOS. All right, that way, if you hear the tapping, you know what I'm crying. My cry is for help.
Okay. Tink, tink. Tink, tink. So now it's 2025. So what goals we got set for this year?
Mine is my top one is obvious, like most people, but get myself back into shape. Not necessarily like tip top, but I got soft. Helping you out opening this shop, I got lazy, and I stopped exercising. And it was the other day I tried to do something with my youngest, who's my smallest and my not strongest, and she did better than me. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh,
yeah.
So I need to get myself.
Now your kids are to the point where they're stronger than dad.
Yeah, physical strength and mental health are my two priorities, because I kind of slipped into the shadows and kind of I existed for a while and just kind of survived a lot. And I just, it's time to kind of step out of the shadows and kind of take charge of certain things. So here we are.
There you go. Yeah.
What you, George?
Man, increase intellect. That's always been my big thing between reading, even if I am on Reels, looking at getting the algorithm, put up more educational stuff, more inspirational stuff, get away from, stuff's funny. That's cool. Cat videos are funny, but like try to get to the information, the real stuff, history, try to find the strength in being a human being. Like reading through history, reading quotes about famous people. Like these quotes are history for a reason. Like they're amazing. Mm-hmm. That's how we power through generations and stuff. So why not take that on, instill that in your life, and build upon it? So that's what I'm putting more in. I want to read 25 books this year. I did 18 books last year, 25 this year. So
25, that's a good number.
That's a great one. I don't read as much as I should, but I journal every day.
Oh, see, I can't journal for save my life.
See, and I would love to read too. Mm-hmm. I just am not capable. Well, I don't know if I'm going to say I'm capable. I'm just not interested in long enough to sit still and read a book, but I can write it. So
what do you journal every day?
Yeah, I've got them. Right
I know.
there.
I see you write. I didn't know you do it every day.
I talk bad about all you guys.
I know. I was about to say.
I hope to God nobody
I want that to be published ASAP.
Yeah, I want to read this.
I've been writing ever since 2019.
Holy moly!
Yeah. So all you guys that have done me wrong, you're in my book.
You're in my book.
And done me right. And I mean, I've written the darkest things in those books. And
what do you do when you fill them up? You just put them on your
put them in a box. I've got a lot of those little memo ones, the black and white little memo or composition books, just to carry in case, And so I have a lot of them not completely filled out because I'll be writing. I got about 50 pages in one, and I'll forget where I put it or whatever, so I'll start a new one. But then I find it up later. But no, writing, I think, is my biggest therapy because when I did start going to therapy, when I first started, I learned that. And I started to really go into therapy full on around 2018, 2019, individually for myself, actually taking it serious. Mm-hmm. And that was when I really devoted myself to the journaling. And I do it in cursive because not everybody can read cursive.
No, I have a funny story about that.
It, man.
If you're under 30, you can't read it.
My wife's nephews, they're 21, 20, and 18 or something. But this was probably 10 years ago. And they got this card from their aunt, and it was all in cursive. And I didn't realize that they don't teach cursive anymore. Oh, yeah. And they opened it up for Christmas, and they're like, "What does this say?" I was just like, "You don't know what that says?" They're like, "No, I don't know what that Oh, you don't know cursive?" Like, oh my god. So yeah, it's like a dead like
It's
a
not
start.
even language, but it's a
Lost start. Yeah.
They do still touch on it in schools, but not long enough for anyone to really retain it.
Mm-hmm.
And what I did with my children, and all three of them can attest this, is I had them practice writing. I would do it on paper, and then I would have them practice everything I did. And I would even have them do complete sentences in cursive. And I mean, I believe penmanship is extremely important. And then by teaching them that, it helps them do other things. You know,
Oh wait, I gotta ask Isai. Do
here we
you
go.
know cursive?
I'm a 90s baby. Yes, I know cursive.
So you know how to write in cursive?
Yeah.
I don't think.
Besides your
think we
first
should
and last
challenge-
name.
No, I can write sentences.
I'm curious.
yeah.
Can you write in cursive?
100%.
For
used
me,
to-
I
so-
believe that Piper. Can.
Yeah, but for the longest time, we were taught like because I got taught like I think it was like second or third grade cursive, but they taught us that like if you write a check, it has to be in cursive.
Yeah.
And so for the longest time, I wrote my checks in cursive, and I just like probably I'm not kidding, probably like 3 years ago, I'm just like, oh, I don't have to do this anymore. Like I've been writing in cursive with checks forever.
I think I've written 4 checks my whole life.
I write a check
We're
every
the same
every
age.
week.
I'm like, I've written 4 checks my
Every week.
whole life.
I was always taught that I think it was by you actually to carry a check with you at all time, just because you never know.
You do. You're
Yeah.
right. You should always.
So I carry $20 with me and a check. That's the only thing that's really ever in my wallet.
and just so y'all know, that one check is to me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
he
and I
writes
gotta
that.
put in a new check every week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But yeah, well, owning a business, I write a whole bunch of checks. Before
yeah.
this, I didn't write a lot of checks, but I always had a check on me.
Yeah, no.
I've never heard you have to do it in cursive, but I think they did that so you understand you have to sign it.
In
Yeah.
cursive.
And I remember
not
we had to
print
learn how
your
to
name.
do our signature and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a pain in the ass.
My dad never taught us or really enforced that to us, but he had really good penmanship. And so did my mom. Actually, both
You do
my
too.
parents. I have good penmanship.
I still have the penmanship in my hand.
and it looks great.
It won't come off. You were like, hey, be careful. It's going to come off.
Well, the market
It's still on me.
Well, if you
After like,
if you notice the stuff that stayed on there.
by the
was
way, we
through my
did
pen.
a marketing thing. That's why I have, it says new cigars are in.
That's
So
not-
you'll see the video probably, hopefully soon. But
That's not
Dave was
really-
like, hey, I'm going to write this on your fingers. Be careful because
I don't
it's going
remember
to wipe
saying that.
away easy.
I don't
And it's
recall any of that.
Still on my hands.
I remember him forcing things on me, making me do.
There you
things.
go. I'm forcing you to.
This place is a unique place to work, guys.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, learn SOS. So if you hear any tapping down there, you know what's going on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Morse code.
Morse code. What did
Morse
I say?
code, SOS.
SOS.
It's the same.
Come on,
we
man.
I know what you're
And,
talking about.
and I plead the 5th.
And that's
Beep,
smart,
beep, beep,
actually.
beep, 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 beep.
I need your help, so I don't want you being whatever.
Do you think I just like lock you down there like there's like just a
No,
cage?
because then nothing would get done if
Yeah,
you locked
okay.
me down there.
Okay, touche.
Do you guys know Morse code?
No,
No, okay.
Absolutely
Just wondering.
not.
Just
I know he probably
I do.
does.
You do?
Dave
Like-
knows everything. They
Like-
were the
Nah,
most
I don't.
Good,
Interesting.
good, or
Yeah,
just
I
like
do.
some stuff?
No, I know most of it. I don't know it enough to like incite like an encyclopedia out of it. or
Got you.
anything.
Is it like a letter is so many beeps?
It's like
Dashes,
beeps,
lines.
dashes. Yeah, it's just sounds.
I feel like that's too much.
Well, if you had the thing in front of you, it's like a little pictograph with all the
Yeah, like
letters and
holds,
everything.
the
Yeah,
quick
you get it
beep,
pretty
all
good. Yeah.
So all you guys that come frequent the shop, if you happen to see a chart on the wall, wonder why they have SOS codes all over the place.
Morse code.
Morse codes. Well, hell, nobody's gonna
That'll
save
be
me 'cause
Dave's
I don't even know
code.
what I'm doing now.
Just give them shaving a haircut. Dun, 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 dun.
Smoking a pancake. Name that movie, Isai. Oh my God! No. He said it. He definitely said that. Dun, 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 dun. And they were going around. He was trying to find the rabbit. He was like, "No rabbit can, or no cartoon character can, like, not do the or not finish the beat."
What was it?
Like, bum, ba, da, da, dun.
Did I get the right person?
No,
Because
absolutely not.
100% Mike Myers said that in a movie.
Just give
Oh,
me
smoking a pancake?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I wasn't wrong.
Yeah, that was
think
Goldfinger.
maybe cartoon.
Yeah.
Cartoon?
Greatest cartoon movie of all time.
It was probably
Cartoon
one of the
movie?
only cartoons where there was a female that some guys actually was like,
Oh, is it Roger Rabbit?
Yeah, Who Framed Roger
Yeah.
Rabbit?
See, I'm not that young. Look at
Well,
that.
we had to tell you what it was.
No,
never
you
even
just
seen
said
that movie.
cartoon, huh?
You've never seen that movie?
Yes, I have.
watch no cartoons.
Bet you the only reason why you saw it was it Jessica Rabbit? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I bet you have
I
dreams
like
of
them
her
Jessica
still.
Rabbits.
maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. George, we talked about goals. You said 20. Or so, one thing off your bucket list that you want to do this year.
There's a place born in California. I never spent any time up north. It was always Central Valley, LA. I want to actually go to the Redwoods.
Redwoods.
Redwood
the
Forest,
big
see the
ass
big
trees.
trees.
Great
Yeah.
bucket list.
Take my kids up there and just like probably for spring break we're gonna do that. So
Great.
You're gonna go camping.
no, absolutely
I
not.
was about to say,
Airbnb
you're
in.
the only black guy.
I can survive. I can survive.
He's not the only one now. He decided he's not camping.
Yeah, I'm not camping. No.
Heck no.
You can go
Airbnb.
glamping.
No.
Nope.
Airbnb in. I need a foundation.
Airbnb in.
Yeah, survival in an Airbnb in.
That'd be fun. What about you?
Now, when you say bucket list, are you like destination?
No, just anything off your bucket
Well,
list that
since
you
he
want
went
to do.
there, I'm going to say I want to take my kids back up to the Manitou Islands, South Manitou Islands. It's up in the Great Lakes. It's very, it's a national park. It's very protected. You can't even bring wheeled coolers in. It's camping. It takes like a 45-minute hour. Did you know that existed?
45 minute hour.
Yeah.
About around that
That's
time.
Dave's
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
About around that time.
I'm telling you, it's the
About
time.
around that time.
That's what time it is at the shop. It's a minute an hour. But it takes a tugboat or wow, I just woke up.
No, you took a
It takes
tugboat.
about 45 minutes to get there and you
Yeah.
just camp. And the only phone electricity is the ranger headquarters. And it's a great place to camp.
That sounds.
The Manitou Islands.
That
Just look
doesn't-
it up. It's a lot of cool history up there.
Now, it sounds like a good time. I don't know
Yeah.
if I would have a good time.
So it would probably not for either one of you because neither one of you said you like camping.
No.
But to go, it would be really cool.
Yeah,
because
I
they
don't
do
know if I
day
want
trips.
to like one. It's got to be nice outside, and then like I got to make sure that I'm not going to get eaten by an animal.
Well, thankfully
Or
you won't be.
bugs.
Here it's an island, so
That means I can't get off of it.
that's very true. And you have to check in, and you have to tell them exactly where you're going, how long, this and that. And
I feel like the reason why you have
So
to do
if
that
you
is because it's
don't come back-
dangerous.
it's extreme.
They can come find you.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have to do that if it wasn't dangerous. They're like, tell us
we
where you're going to
did-
be at, just in case. Yeah,
We be dangerous.
that's
Not-
where you
nothing
probably
major.
learn
There
Morse
might be
code up
some
there.
truth to that. There might be a little truth, but that's one of the things I want to do. I want to do more traveling. That was
Yeah.
it. I want to be able to start stamping my passport. Also, I want to get out of the country. I want to see some stamps on that thing. And
I have a
that's,
passport.
That's some of my
yeah.
bucket list.
That is kind of cool to get.
What
the
are
stamps.
yours?
Mine's more business heavy. Mine's like my goal for this year is just to become more of established and like just be a better business and hit more goals than that I set aside and just make it. Just want to make it till next year.
Yeah.
That's my goal every year is to get to the next year. Like I'm not in this business just to kind of be around for 5 years. I want to be around forever as long as I want to be and just kind of making sure I'm established. And then bucket list. I want to go back to Spain, but it's not probably this year. So bucket list was, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I could see that being a accomplishment. I mean, something you can get done with your mother-in-law. I think wouldn't that next year be?
Well, yeah, we could, but we can go, but just we have too much. I
Time.
mean, we're traveling too much next year, so it comes down to money. Like,
Yeah.
I don't. We're going to Mexico for my buddy's wedding.
Well, just do the best you can to keep saving, so you can keep paying me. That's all I care about.
Yes.
So I want you to be successful too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
So I could pay you more.
Yeah.
Maybe get another person, so we don't
Yeah.
have to
So
work.
come
as
on in
much.
and buy some more cigars.
Yeah, please buy boxes of cigars, so I can hire another person, so we don't have to be here all
Yeah.
the time.
So I can come out from the basement.
Yeah. So you don't have to be in the basement the whole time.
Basement dweller.
There's nothing in the basement though, so don't worry about it, guys.
Yeah. There's nothing.
Nothing. All right. So back on, you mentioned money. So if money wasn't in, like, it gets not an issue, but if you had just abundance of money given to you, what would you be doing, like professional wise?
Professional wise?
Yeah. If you didn't have to worry about money.
As in like business?
Anything. Like, professional. What would you do as work?
As a job?
Like, would you be doing?
I would, honestly, have my brother open up a cabinet shop, a woodworking
He already
shop.
has that.
No, he runs one.
Okay.
He manages it. And so what I would do is I'd like to fund it for him and let him do it. And then I would just reap in all the benefits and make all the money. Because he's a very talented craftsman. And so I would have him start a business. I would back it. And then I would just travel and have fun and stamp my passport all day. I would get into that. But that would be the intro into many other things. I would like to be someone to help get people started into business, because I would probably take some of that money and put it somewhere where I could guarantee me a little nest egg so I could always take care of myself. I'd have to hire somebody because I'm horrible with money. I spend it. I'm very impulsive. I like people to enjoy themselves with me. So I like to make memories, which is why I never really had, anyway. So then I would just be available.
Go down deep.
I am going down deep.
He's way too awake now.
I got to pass. So no, I would do that. I would like, because I really enjoy woodworking. I like building and making things. But I would use all that money to guarantee freedom, so I can just get the hell out of there and make my brother stay in there like you do me down in the basement. See, that's the beautiful thing about being a business owner, man. He gets to just sit and smoke cigars all day.
That's not what I do all day.
Well, you saw the video. You look just like that when you walk in every day until I throw cigars at your ass.
Cigars, Mike.
Yeah, I wish.
There's work.
Yeah.
You're at work now.
That's how it works.
Yeah, that's what I look like every day. It's like, oh, yes, I'm the boss. No, I'm just like,
flashy gold and your cufflinks.
Oh, yeah. I didn't dress up today. I was going to, but I'm so damn stressed about everything going on. Yeah. It's like, F it. All right, anyway. Your turn, George.
If money wasn't an issue,
yeah,
I'd want to do what we pretty much doing here, honestly. Like we get the fellas together and we just I call this place an exchange of
job wise.
That's what I would do. I mean, I'd want this to be like a forum that we go to high schools and show kids like, hey, this is what men do, because in some neighborhoods, they don't see this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They only see the guys on the corner, guys with the loud music. They don't see the conversation we actually have that range from sports to interpersonal to science to everything. They don't know that we have real conversations. They think it's a Cosby type thing. And it's like, no, this is reality. It's what we do. So I'd want to put this on a bigger scale to show people, the young men, young women, hey, this is what adults do. You don't have to be simple. You can be a bit more complex. It's not a shame. Don't be afraid to be smart. This is what we do. So that's what I do. Put it on a bigger scale.
I think that's a good one. I think more young men, boys especially, but young men need to know what being a man really is.
Yeah.
You know, and I love being in here, and people that don't come in here at all or have never been into this place or any smoke shop really or cigar lounge, that when they start hearing the conversations that go on in here, they're like, wow, you guys are really talking about this
very
stuff.
intellectual stuff.
Yeah, this is therapy at times 100, you know, the best therapy you can have. But
judgment free, good conversations, and you'd be surprised who actually has information about what you're going through or what you know about. And now you're meeting new guys that you just made a lifetime bond with that you met a week ago. So
I work as a paraprofessional during the day, and I see the need for men, good, strong, goal-driven, good-hearted men in young people's lives, not just boys and girls, but both boys and girls. So I think any kind of business like that would always be good. But sadly, you don't always make a lot of money doing the right thing.
Well, that's
but
why
if you have money, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think with me, I would be doing this exactly, but being less stressed because I wouldn't have to worry about it if I had all the money in the world.
If I don't worry about money, I wouldn't have the stress.
Yeah. Everyone's like, money isn't everything. Like, yeah, you're right. Money isn't everything, but it takes off a lot of stress off you.
It does. It does. It does.
I feel it once a week.
Yeah.
I live week to week.
Like,
and it's,
I get it. Money doesn't buy you happiness, but damn near buys you almost not a stress-free life, but it takes a lot of stress problems away from you.
Sure does.
It definitely adds bigger problems, which, yeah, but it's like, I don't need like $1 billion. It's like, just give me some money where I can just relax.
Money doesn't buy happiness, but it buys cigars, bourbon, and barbecue, and those shits make me happy.
a lot of peace with them.
What do they say? It's like money doesn't buy you happiness, but I've never seen someone frowning on a jet ski.
Yeah, you don't see that.
Or a
You don't see
yacht.
that.
Yeah, on a yacht.
Like, God, I hate this life.
I hate this yacht.
This is the
All these
worst.
beautiful
Absolutely
people.
not.
All right, Esai, same question to you. What would you be doing if you had just money wasn't an option?
I'd get the company started the way I wanted to.
So you would still be doing the company stuff, even if like you had $1 billion right off the gate.
If I had $1 billion, I would get everything up and running and then go and live my life and travel and reap the benefits. Kind of like Dave was saying.
So you just trying to get money off other people's
Nah.
success. I see how you are.
No. You already know.
I see how you
Nope. The beautiful thing about what I do, Mike, is much like this place.
Put the camera on that man.
Much like this place, I'm able to create opportunity for people. So
Okay.
that's where I get the good butterflies in my stomach about what I do. You know.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you got the mic. You wanted to talk about all your crazy
I
shit.
didn't want to talk about.
No, bring it up.
No, okay, no. We were talking about things to bring up on this show, and I thought with all you guys being, ex law enforcement, that the bombing with the Tesla and the terrorist attack with the New Orleans stuff would be a good thing to talk about. So just to preface real quick, some details that came out.
Esai's conspiracy.
They
theorist,
both
so.
use the same rental car company to get the cars from it. Not a big, that's a reach. It's,
Was it Enterprise?
no, it was.
It was not supposed to.
Enterprise is the greatest company in the
Love
world.
the
Please
company.
go rent cars.
It was Hertz.
Enterprise. Yeah. Well, wait a minute. Yeah.
They were also military from the same Fort Bragg, I think. So there
lot of
was
people go to
a
Fort
couple
Bragg.
correlations between the two of them.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean.
Yeah, no, it doesn't mean anything. But it's
Similarities,
just
yeah.
there's some similarities. Yeah,
I would say this, and we talked about this a little earlier. If you're looking for similarities, you're going to find them.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So it's like there's similarities in everything. It's like a lot of people don't like. Here's another crazy similarity. You want to talk about conspiracy stuff, like Lincoln's assassination and JFK's assassination. Like their vice presidents were both Johnson, and like the shooters were all had like similarities. There's always similarities in every kind.
you want to know all of the
Oh,
similarities?
here we
to that?
go. We're going
Both
down
of
the
the-
rabbit
both of the
hole.
shooters had
Keep
3
talking
names
while I
apiece.
find it.
Yeah.
Because there is literally
James
like
Wilkes-
20
these
things
are-
that Lincoln
Yeah.
and Kennedy.
Yeah.
If
had.
Yeah, so there's a lot of similarities, but like there wasn't like they just didn't like. All right, now we're going to kill Kennedy because he has the same last name or this and same press secretary. It just happened.
The stars and the moon did not align for this to happen.
Yeah.
It's a lot of coincidences. And people don't want to understand, like, hey, all these things can be the same and it still be different.
Yeah,
It doesn't have to be the same exact thing. Like, yes, they both use the same app. Yes, they both had electric vehicles. Yes, they both had trucks.
I don't think they both had electric vehicles.
One had a Ford Lightning. The
Well,
other one had
EV.
it was a Lightning. It was Ford Lightning.
Yeah.
And one had a
did you pull it up?
Cybertruck.
Yeah. The New Orleans one, wasn't that a F-150?
Ford Lightning.
Oh, okay.
Looks like F-150, but it's still an AV.
Okay. So you guys ready?
Here we go.
Abraham Lincoln was elected to Congress in 1846. John F. Kennedy was elected to Congress in 1946, so 100 years later, you know.
What okay, since we've been petty, what time was it then?
It was the same time.
Lincoln
This is at
was
8:42.
No, listen. Lincoln was elected president in 1860, and Kennedy was elected president in 1960. Lincoln was concerned with civil rights. So was Kennedy. Wife lost a child while living in the White House. Same with Kennedy.
Bro,
Both
hold on,
were
hold
shot
on.
on a Friday. Both
You're
were shot in
counting
the
abortions,
head.
bro? This is wild. This is wild.
Lincoln's secretary was named Kennedy, and Kennedy's secretary was named Lincoln.
Yeah.
Both assassinated by a Southerner, succeeded by a Southerner named Johnson. Both of them. Successor Andrew Johnson was born in 1808. Successor Lyndon Johnson was born in 1908. John Wilkes Booth was born in 1839. Lee Harvey Oswald was born in 1939. Booth was known by his three names as well as Lee Harvey Oswald.
Still going.
Yeah, there's a lot of similarities, like I said before.
Assassin's name was composed of 15 letters. Lincoln was shot at the Ford Theater. Kennedy was shot in a Lincoln by Ford.
This is now we getting wild.
Wait, look.
There was a guy named Ford that actually put the tires on Lincoln's car.
Hey, look. This is the funny one. A week before Lincoln was shot, he was in Monroe, Maryland. And a week before Kennedy was shot, he was in Maryland, Monroe.
Oh, Jesus.
I saw that coming.
Lincoln was shot in a theater, and the assassin ran to a warehouse. Kennedy was shot from a warehouse, and the assassin ran to a theater. So that's the weird.
Okay, so yeah, it's weird, but it's not like no one's like, oh my gosh, the stars are aligned. We have to kill the president.
No, but it's my conspiratorial mind
like it just
knows
happens every
that
100 years.
they apparently, I don't know this for fact. This is all just allegedly, but numerology is a big part of major events.
The what?
Of like major events, like
you
things
know
are
why?
planned out on certain days and certain.
You know
moments
why?
On purpose.
Because we measure our lifetime between certain days and certain numbers of times. So my birthday is a certain date, as is yours. So let's not make it seem like
No, but
we're not
say
keep-
what?
it's for record keeping purposes.
Well, look, I'm not a numerology expert. I know basically zero things about it. But do you guys know anything? Have you ever heard of it?
they're trying to correspond things with patterns like by twos or by threes, and it's not a good
I don't even remember the question.
numerology. He said,
Do you know anything about numerology?
Numerology?
Yeah.
About numbers.
Oh, no.
It's the way to validate conspiracies.
Gotcha.
It's the study of numbers and how they correlate with our life.
I'm not a bean counter. I could tell you that. Was that racist?
No. You said bean counter.
Right. I did say
You're
bean
good.
counter.
You're
Not
good.
a bean
close.
flicker. But no, I mean, going back to the original question, I think that the terrorist attack in New Orleans was very different than, because I even read about it, than the Tesla Cybertruck guy. That guy just, like, his wife just left him. He texted everybody saying that he was pretty much going off the rails, and then he killed himself in front of the Trump Tower. And then just happened to be the same day as the terrorist thing. Like, you know how many people killed themselves that day? And it just happened to be that one was just a little bit more elaborate because he blew himself up.
He blew up a Cybertruck in front of Trump Tower. Yeah.
I think the New Orleans stuff was just some radical guy that, like, they just, like, was into ISIS and stuff, and he just wanted to do some crazy shit. That's why people are crazy.
He saw
out there.
people were gathered there for the game. There's a ton of people there. They're drunk. They're drinking. They're living a real American dream. So why not try to put we hate the West. They're going to attack us when we're partying, attack us at our weakest, when we're not paying attention. People are having a great time.
So you got the mic up.
Going to bring it down. So
Go ahead. Oh, I thought he was about to say something crazy. Like, do you know that the Cybertruck was built on the same day Kennedy was?
Well, isn't there one also going around saying that Trump set this up and Elon so they can gain votes?
Yeah.
Because it.
Well, I mean, with
the
the election's already over.
It's silly. I think it's coincidental.
What
those
about
situations
so
happen.
now I'm going to talk about something that I am really like into the drone shit.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a big alien guy. I truly believe that. I'm not saying the drone stuff is alien stuff, but like I love like listening to stuff like that. Do you know anything about the drone stuff?
I know enough to make me wonder. I think we know a lot more about it than they're saying because I'm curious about, okay, we got the smartest guy about space. I thought Elon Musk is supposed to be like pretty bright about this. Mm-hmm. He probably knows every little thing about those things flying around.
Yeah, I don't think it was any alien technology because there were drones. They had blinking lights on it. They were the size of an SUV, which is huge. So I don't think it was like anything outside of this world, but like the fact that they did know where they came from, it was like hundreds of them, and like the government didn't really know about it, and I think they're investigating. I think they're finding out more, but I honestly think it was like a military operation where they were just like kind of keep hush, and they're like, all right, let's see what these things can do and cause panic and yada yada yada.
Like testing them out.
Yeah, and if you have that many, it's not like that's just a weird thing, and they just flew over and then they just went back to whatever.
And I heard that it was they were looking for that. They heard that there was a dirty bomb or something up there.
They're missing a nuke,
and they're looking for it.
Yeah,
and you would use a drone use a the Geiger counter, whatever it is, to pick up on radiation. But how many aliens follow FAA regulations with these blinking lights?
Yeah, exactly, that's what I mean. It's like we got to make sure that we're 18,000 feet above.
Yeah.
But I heard that too. But then I've been listening to podcasts about it all day or all week. I guess like to be at that height, you cannot test radiation. Like you have to be further down. Like you almost have to be on the ground.
But you can test for heat. Radiation. I mean, we don't know what the government has. Yeah, we don't know what the military has.
No, but this is like coming from a guy that used to work in the government. Yeah, just like you can't do that. They just. And I'm not finished with it yet, but he's going like in depth about it. But.
So what do you guys think about like them being over like military bases and different places of significance,
like UAPs and stuff?
No, the drones, specifically those drones up in New Jersey area.
Yeah, I feel like those things are. I don't know. I feel like they're gathering intel for someone.
If they didn't shoot them down, because you can't fly over military bases at all unless you're the military. Yeah. So pretty much when you heard the Pentagon come out and talk about these drones, their words are specially curated. These are not foreign. These are not alien. We don't know so they're not from another place, and they're not from outer space, so they're ours.
Right.
But they don't want to let us know what they are. Okay, cool, whatever, classified, whatever, I got it. But
that makes most sense because the fact that they are saying they don't know anything and the fact that they're not doing anything about it has to mean that that's theirs and they just don't want to say it yet.
Area 51, how many times in the past has anybody ever tried to do anything around that place and they just get smothered by military?
Security, yeah.
Same concept. If somebody actually was from somewhere else, not from this country, flying drones the size of your car, or even somewhat size, over a base, that would be dealt with. I can almost feel like that would be guaranteed.
That'd be shot down first hour.
I also think, and it's just my little conspiracy brain, that they're prepping us to tell us that aliens are real. Because there's a lot of stuff that's coming out because the way that they're kind of putting it, a lot of people in that community, like, it's not like if you know aliens are real, you just don't come out to the public and say, hey, there's some shit that we don't know about. Aliens are real. We don't know what to do. We don't know what they're doing. Please don't panic. Because everyone would panic. I think they're kind of just little by little prepping just to be like, hey, there's some stuff out there that we don't know about. We're trying to figure it out. There's like unidentified flying objects always, and we don't know what they are, but we're trying to figure it out. There's definitely unworldly. They came out with it. Yeah. Not the the government kind of did. They just haven't said it. Like there's been all these hearings where like, yeah, they have like objects or flying objects that are from that aren't from this world, and they have beings, but they won't like physically say it.
Introducing ourselves to the Jetsons. That's what they're preparing to tell the world. We are turning into the Jetsons.
Up there. Yeah. What do you guys say?
So I was reading through stuff, and I saw that from the time the Wright brothers first took flight to the time we landed on the moon was like just less than 70 years.
Yeah.
So barely learning how to fly safely to launching something to land on the moon was 70 years.
Mm-hmm. I still don't think we landed on the moon, but all right.
But I mean, to send a rocket to outer space alone is ridiculous. To go from paper airplane wings to forcing something through the atmosphere within 70 years. That's one person's lifetime. Mm-hmm. I'm like, we had to have something, some kind of innovation, some kind of ingenuity, like something was different that just spread fast.
Not to stop that, but I heard you say something.
I don't believe we landed on the moon.
Are you serious?
Yeah, there's a lot of information out there.
So it's kind of like how Marcus doesn't believe in dinosaurs. You don't believe in
the dinosaurs thing is stupid, right? But there's a lot more. There's a lot more evidence.
Ditto.
Yeah. There's a lot more evidence about the moon stuff.
Okay.
A lot more.
Wait, Mike, you sound crazy right now. What Dave just said made perfect sense. He said that you not believing in the moon landing is the exact same as Marcus not believing in dinosaurs.
No, I don't believe that.
You have the same defense Marcus has also.
Because no, there's no, but
like, where did Marcus get here? Hey,
See,
no, but like there's evidence, right, of dinosaurs. There's fossils.
Okay.
There's bones, right?
Yeah.
Right. What evidence is there that we were on the moon?
I wasn't there. I've never been there, but I like to trust.
But they said that
my uncle John told him.
Oh, here we go.
NASA.
My uncle told me.
No. He didn't. My uncle, my dad's brother, lived. I'm from Texas. My dad's family's from Galveston, Texas, and he worked for NASA. So I grew up in the NASA life, and so I do believe. I don't.
Do you believe that? Do you believe that they could call the president from the moon in 1969?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I do.
You know why I believe that?
do.
Because if they can call from a backpack during Vietnam to Washington, D.C. from a backpack, no wires.
They're on another planet.
And that means that they have more technology than they're letting us know about. 5G that we got on our cell phones, they probably had that back then.
Sure.
Yeah.
We just got it now.
Sure.
So.
Yeah. I just told you the other day that my dad had these old military phones that you crank. Didn't have a cord. This was back in like Korean. And
Don't look at me like that. You're looking at me like, God, this guy needs to be put in a mental hospital.
well, I mean, it is kind of a unique story.
Dave, you lost credibility to me when saying that your uncle worked for NASA.
Yeah.
Only because that means that the propaganda got to you.
Oh
There
my
we go.
God.
There we go. East side's on my side.
But with Mike, dinosaurs were billions of years ago. It's not far fetched for Marcus to believe they didn't exist at all. This was just 50 years ago that the moon landing happened. So it's a little more, you sound a little more crazy than Marcus.
How do I sound a little bit more crazy?
I don't
Why
believe
haven't
it
we gone back?
happened
There's nothing up there. We saw it the first time.
Did we?
Have you ever been to a shitty place on vacation? And do you ever go back? No.
No, but they said like just to even get there is damn near impossible. So you think that we just happened to get there and just it worked out perfect,
Well,
and then we made it back?
Well, why is it impossible? Because all the
How
junk
to
we
get
put in
back?
between.
There's like, oh, don't worry, we can just fly back.
Yep. I'll be straight. I'm not the best one to defend their honor, but I'm a believer.
Wait, so are we not going to talk about other countries that have been to the moon since?
No one's been to the moon.
Apparently, freaking India.
They always
Just
say that, but they don't have evidence. They can go,
I mean,
yeah,
they
we
had
were there.
video.
I thought.
Well, I haven't
didn't
seen
Russia-
any
didn't
video.
Or
Russia
China
land
or
on
one
the
of them.
Well, hey,
Recently.
listen.
I thought they had like
If we
some-
not gonna,
Russia was the first
if
people
our
in space.
If our video's not credible, their video ain't credible, bro.
Yeah.
If our video from back in the day is not credible, Nobody
right.
else's video is credible.
So I want to blow your guys' mind here really quick.
Oh, hold on. Here we go.
I don't believe that you could even get through that highest elevation of atmosphere to get into space.
So that's a thing too. That's what I was talking.
So
about.
how do satellites get up
like
there?
there has
It's in low orbit.
It's above the satellites. There's this certain small zone where you have to go through to get past it, and it's I forgot what they call it.
I don't know, but if you've watched any of the SpaceX launches, when the rockets get to the highest point, you see them start to make a ripple in the sky. To me, it looks like a ship going through water. The trail it leaves behind.
Okay, so he's getting a little crazy.
It is a little crazy, but
He's saying that
I'm not really.
there's
tracking.
no space
Are
or
you-
something.
Well, that's because of air spin.
Are
I
you-
mean, air spin. That's all you're looking
hey,
at.
you
first couple
saying that
lines
they
of the
can't-
Bible,
What is it?
God split the waters from the waters, and the firmament was there.
Put the firmament between two waters.
yeah. So, I mean,
And it,
I'm
but
lost.
so
Yeah, now
yeah,
we're going really.
that's rabbit
We're
trail.
going left. And
Rabbit
right.
trail. We're not going to rabbit trail.
I do know that we are a tiny little speck.
Yes.
Our little area, all our planets, our moon, this and that, and then outside of that, God knows what's all out there. That'd be
And that's another thing
amazing
too.
to
It's
see.
so we supposedly we landed on the moon in 1969, right? And then you talk about like the Wright brothers from then to to now, or then to land on the moon, all this stuff. Why haven't we really progressed since then?
I think they did something stupid, man.
Like we have,
like whatever person,
we have the same, like, not the same jets and stuff, but it's like we haven't really progressed as fast as we did from 1900 to 1970.
Well, not on a physical platform, no, but as far as technology, we have, like, the internet by itself.
Sure,
the internet alone is ridiculous. Vehicles. I mean, we went from using old, weird gasoline. I mean, just little things, bulletproof glass, weapons. I mean, the military uses a lot of it, honestly. So even if we did have it to use it, we couldn't use it. The A-10 Warthog is a freaking plane with it's a gun around a plane.
Sure.
I mean, so they use it for whatever they want to use it for. They're not going to use it to cure world hunger. Why would they do that?
Well, maybe do you think, like, when they had the explosion, the Challenger, all the deaths, maybe that slowed a lot of things down?
I don't think so. Like, it's still, I mean, they did a launch like 6 months later.
Yeah, I can't answer why they haven't. Maybe they learned that they can't go too much farther out.
So if I don't know. If they didn't land on the moon, do you think that they put that little thing on Mars?
No. So I think so he's going crazy here. I think they can get to Mars and stuff, but I don't think they can take a person that far.
We have people in the space still right now on space.
But they're not like as far as the moon. They're right where right above satellites and stuff. They're not that. Yes, they're far, but they're not
still stuck in orbit.
Yes,
our orbit. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Well, like if they were above that, they'd be gone in space. Like,
I love Earth.
I love Earth.
I'm gonna stay here.
I love gravity. It just keeps me so grounded. I just love it.
Oh, here we go.
I will say this now: all these conspiracies, you can find any evidence to, make yourself think it's somewhat true. Now, with the whole Mars thing, there was conspiracies that
they just filming in Arizona.
Yeah, that part.
The what?
But like there is like,
in like Arizona.
So there was this thing, I forgot, it was back in 2010s. When I was like really like deep into stuff, like really like doing research and stuff.
You were like 7.
Whatever.
I was 8.
No. Forget you guys. So you were able to go on Google Maps and go to this like really secluded part of a desert in Arizona, and there was basically props there that had like Mars on it with NASA logos on it and all that on Google Maps.
So why wouldn't they blur that out though? Like they blur out every other thing. Area 51 you cannot look into. Like there's other things on Google that are blurred out.
Right.
That aren't even interesting.
Forgot about it. They didn't know.
So the most interesting thing on TV right now, we're just gonna let everybody else see it. Like
it's on Google Earth. You would have to look up the exact coordinates of the area.
But I'm saying,
you know what I mean?
It's still blurred out.
It is hidden to an extent.
Yeah, but I don't think it's like impossible to go.
I think that's a tourist trap.
That it's not too far away. Yeah. Like they can get a drone or a satellite to go there. I just don't think that we have the technology to get someone there yet, and then get them back. I think we can probably get them there. Like, I don't think we could just like, all right, now we're here. Now we got to get back, and we have enough fuel to get back.
And also, that whole thing was a competition.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think they lied about it, and I think they just said, yeah, we got there, so stop trying.
I will give all credit to Stanley Kubrick.
To who?
Stanley Kubrick?
Yeah. They even had a set just in case we didn't. And I'm like, oh, you tell me you didn't use that set to fake the moon landing?
They told you just in case they didn't make it. They made it.
Yeah, sure.
Just in case.
They just wanted to say, we have a set just in case you guys think we faked it. We were just, no, we didn't. This is
How do you fake the gravity?
Set.
How do you fake the gravity?
They did it. What do you mean, how do you did it? They were on wires or something.
Or something.
Yeah, or they could have did it underwater.
Underwater.
I'm not supporting your theory. I'm not supporting your side or picking yours, but I will have to say I can understand why people are questionable about what our country or government tells us. Because in history, there's many examples of.
Now, I'm not like a full blown like I don't believe we landed on the moon, but there's more. But there's more doubt in my mind than there is truth. Let's say that.
Yeah.
Like with dinosaurs, that's a little ridiculous. Like you can't compare the two. Like there's no one's out there saying that like dinosaurs aren't real.
A lot of people
dumbass people are. Like there's just clear evidence. Like that.
Can you not talk about my friend Marcus?
Yeah, I don't think that like what is the point of saying dinosaurs aren't real? Like, what are you getting out of that?
It's the new thing. It's just to be different. I'm going to say
No,
something
I'm just saying, like, if the
controversial.
government was lying, what do they get out of it? Like, who cares?
Hey, bro, they
If
selling out.
dinosaurs real or not?
Hey,
Museums make a lot of money off these fake bones, bro.
No, that it's true that like the dinosaur, like what do they call archaeologists?
Yes.
Like
Paleontologists?
or what? Yeah, that
Yeah.
that industry has like a high cap of what the like market is. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like
high
it's basically
suicide rate?
a lot of money being moved because of this thing, you know.
Okay.
I didn't understand that.
Well, like
What?
museums, people trading artifacts, like
the black market.
not the black market, but like the market for that is like vast. I guess is what I'm trying to
But
say.
so when the guy found it on his ranch in Montana, did he buy in or something?
Well, that's what I mean. Like, no one's
he
going
found
out
these-
and
he
digging
found
up
these-
land.
No, I'm sure he
putting in
probably sold
bones
it.
and just
No,
like,
but I'm saying
all right,
there's
find
no
it
money
one
in the
day.
moon. That's why.
Yeah,
Thank
there's no
you.
money in the moon.
You were right. There is no money,
money
in
in
the
the
moon.
If it were made of cheese, would have been back already.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
If they did make it to the moon, they 100% have moon bases that people are on. For sure. If they made it there, why wouldn't they?
Why would
is
they
this-
build a moon base if there's nothing up there?
Why wouldn't you if it's open land? Why'd they
What are you
build
gonna do
here
up
when
there?
it was just
What's
land,
it worth,
you know?
bro?
Like,
What's
it's
it gonna grow?
gross.
Moon rocks? What do you?
No, but like 100%, there's some benefits to having a moon base.
Like
What
what?
benefit?
Why is there bases in Antarctica? What benefit is there
Because
out
To
there?
study Antarctica.
There's like gases and a lot of
my
like.
gosh, beneath 100
they
feet
got
of ice.
Yes.
They got to build.
But
rest
there's like a lot of like
there.
things that they're like researching up there and like.
There
like,
could be stuff to research on the moon.
I'm sure there is, but it's like, what you gonna put some up there and like survive? We'll see you later.
No, like I think if they did make it to the moon, that they would have built bases where you could actually be in there fully
Yeah,
oxygenated.
what do you think? You think
freshen
Neil
back
Armstrong
up,
just built
like
a
gas up,
built a base up
recharge?
there?
Someone built a base up there. If they did make it up there, why wouldn't they?
This is getting a little crazy.
No, it's not.
You got to restock with 99 scuba tanks every time you go up there. There's
Somebody's
no
coming
oxygen.
in.
That's your neighbor.
You say you got it?
I think
Yeah.
that's your neighbor.
All right. No, I don't think so.
I think so.
All right, you
Oh, you waving?
Ready for your last
You
thing?
Waving at
Last
us,
thing.
on
Yeah, you're right.
on Werner von Braun's tombstone.
I didn't hear any of that. What did he say?
Brown.
Werner von
Braun's
Braun's
and the
tombstone.
tombstones?
Isn't it the lady that created GPS?
He's the Nazi that helped start NASA.
The rocket dude? No, he developed
the rocket guy.
He developed rocket propulsion,
yeah.
not the Nazis.
No,
Stop.
that 100% he helped.
He's
start
got you.
He was a Nazi, but
And on he had Psalms 19:1, and it's the heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament sheweth his handiwork. That was-
Go ring him up.
I don't
guys
even
would-
understand.
Man, it's crazy.
Was he? Were you making a point?
he's trying to make a point that the guy that came up with the rocket propulsion system that NASA used knows that above the Earth is water. And I'm
All
like,
right. We got like 15 minutes left. This is wild.
It's
We
ridiculous.
went off the rails. I'm sorry, y'all, if y'all are listening.
Conspiracy hour.
Yes, conspiracy's done. All right.
Thank you.
Because we are planning different routes with like what we want to do with the future of this show and stuff. Favorite food and favorite restaurant?
That's not fair to ask when you know that that's half our. I don't know. I don't want to say. My favorite restaurant and my favorite food. Mm-hmm. I have a lot of business owners. I have a lot of friends that own restaurants. That's not a fair question.
They're going to have to take a hit.
Yeah.
Just because your friend owns a favorite restaurant or a restaurant doesn't mean that's your favorite food.
That's
or
very
your favorite
true.
restaurant.
All right, I'll say my favorite place. My favorite place to eat, actually, and sorry, it's not a Kansas local or area. It's West Side Local. I like eating at West Side Local.
West Side Local.
Yeah, it's a place not too far from the Sprint Center or
Is that the
Kaufman,
Crossroads? I've heard of that. I think I've been there.
It's I don't know the exact address, but look at
I know what you're talking
West
about. I know where
Side
it's at.
Local.
Yeah.
They have. I like their food. I've always liked just really good fresh foods. I don't have one specific type of nationality in their foods. I like it all if it's well made and it's healthy and it's mostly raw. I love raw. So anyway, so
You
there's
love
that.
raw food?
Not like raw meats. I meant like whole healthy vegetables. instead of processed. Anything not processed, I dig.
Right.
As I eat this candy bar.
So it's not it's a restaurant, but it's a good vibe, a good chill, solid food. Everything I've got on the menu has been good so far. It's called the Brass Onion. It's in Prairie Fire. And you just go in, have a seat, good drinks, good food, get some gumbo, relax.
So what's the name?
The Brass Onion.
Brass Onion.
Yeah.
Brass Onion.
What's your favorite food?
Gumbo.
Gumbo?
Gumbo.
I did not expect that.
What do you think I like, Mike? What was my
I don't
favorite food,
know,
Mike?
like Mexican or Italian?
Absolutely not.
Good cheeses, and crackers.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely
yeah.
not. No,
Gumbo.
Because gumbo, my grandmother used to make the best gumbo, hands down. And then I started going to church when I was 21, and the evangelist of the church made the best gumbo, better than my grandmother's gumbo. And I was like, you know what? I've never had a gumbo like that, but gumbo's my favorite food. Period.
Gumbo.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've had a good gumbo.
Oh, I have to. That would be good. My dad's from Baton Rouge, and so we always had gumbo.
Well, that's
and my
different,
grandma, well, so I could understand why
Yeah.
you would like gumbo. Well-made gumbo is pretty high up there on mine.
Caretaking gumbo, this takes hours, not the 1 hour crock pot gumbo. No,
With
I'm
some
talking
base
about
seasoning, like, all right, I'm good.
you got 3 skillets and 4 pots out, and you just finally combine it all at the end, and it's like, this is a masterpiece. I see the mess. Here's the masterpiece. So, yeah.
I think my favorite food is Italian. And then I got 3 favorite restaurants. So you got La Bodega, which is like a Spanish tapas place. Like Italian, it's either like Anthony's or like Ragazza. Or El Centro. Those are fantastic Italian restaurants. And then I think my favorite restaurant is Antler Room. If you haven't, Antler Room.
Yeah.
If you haven't been there, woo, it is fantastic.
What do they serve? What kind of food?
Everything. They're small plates, though. They're always like best restaurant in Kansas City, like every year almost. It is fantastic
What's
food.
the vibe in there? Is it like high end? You got to dress up? You got to kind of go in sweats or what?
No, it's like
Casual.
it's a nice restaurant, so you kind of don't go in there like this.
Yeah.
But you can go in there like this. They're not going to kick you out.
And what was the name of it?
Antler Room. It's right by
Antler
Truman
Room.
Medical Center.
Okay.
I think it's Truman.
Did you hear how he answered his own question? You know, he's like, hey, I would like you to give me your favorite restaurant and your favorite food.
Mm-hmm.
He gives us like 6.
Yeah.
If
Three
that is the most
I didn't say
political-
you had to
Hey,
do one.
No, yeah, you did. I go, hey,
You
I
saw
have a
your
lot
cousin
of
come
friends
in.
that own this. Well, they just have to have thick skin, and you just have to pick one.
Yeah, you pick one.
That's
Pick
exactly
one.
what he
One-on-one.
said. Play it back if you
All right,
have
you want
to.
me to pick one? Antler Room. There you go.
Okay. See how we
Can
are
I throw
around
a
this
flag
thing?
to review this play?
Yeah. Jesus. Okay, last question. What are you going to do this year to become a better person?
I know.
I know. Go ahead. You want to answer that?
Yeah, I'm going to control my inner thoughts that I let come out. Because sometimes I say stuff that's not necessarily wrong, but it's not really right. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that this year.
Yeah, because you learned that from me. And
learned that
doing
from Uncle Dave.
Yeah.
Uncle
No,
Dave.
that's a good thing. Well, that's a good thing to do.
All right, what about you?
Oh, mine.
Yeah.
I got so into yours, I forgot what I was going to say.
You going to use that one too?
Yeah, what was
We
the
can
question
share.
again?
How are you going to become a better person this year?
I'm going to start being me again. There for a while, I became, I don't want to say reclusive, and I just kind of started to just survive and get along, get by, and I just kind of blended in, and that's not me.
You need to get outside more.
Outside more?
Mm-hmm.
If someone would let me outside. Were you setting yourself up for a joke? Did you just give that to me?
No, I was being serious.
Oh, you?
Yeah.
Slam.
You're talking to a guy who coaches soccer, though. I'm always outside. It's just...
No, I mean like camping, hiking, all the stuff you
100%.
like doing.
Well, yeah, mental health things.
Yeah.
And just being more me. I had someone over here tell me I think it was last week, they're like, we need to get Sergeant Tolan back. And I walk out, I was like, what the fuck does that mean? And I had like days of processing this. And then I just kind of filled in my own blanks. And I was like, all right, I think I get what he's saying. So I'm going to be myself again, and just kind of not try and be so much a people pleaser. Being an empath, a people pleaser that has OCD and has anxiety, that's a very unique mixture of people. And I decided this year I'm going to stop the people pleasing so much, stop overthinking, stop worrying about it. I'm me. And if you don't want to be around me, there's the door. And there's a lot of other people in this world. I like my bubble with the people I love. And so far, you three are in there. But if you let me keep me downstairs.
Oh, damn.
See, he's
right. Not in a bubble, bro.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not good at math.
He's on the bubble.
He's on the bubble.
I mean, he's on the bubble. I'll wait until editing is done.
Yes,
I'll change my mind.
I think with me, it's kind of on the same lines as you. Just like not be as much as a people pleaser, but I need to find more me time. I don't have any me time. Yeah. I think I told you. I know I talked about it in the last podcast. It's like I have 3 hours to myself every week. That's not enough time.
No,
and I need more me time, and like not like family time, and not like being home time. I'm talking about like it's just me, and I can do whatever I want.
Yeah,
that's
what I was about to say. Me time doesn't mean just you being alone, or not necessarily being alone, but just being there sitting in your household. It's just like doing what you want.
Yeah.
If it happens to be you sitting there doing nothing, it is. But most time it's probably not. But I mean, where your schedule is your schedule. That's the piece that I want.
Trying to bump that 3 hours up a week to at least 6.
Yeah.
So that's my goal.
I love having 3 or 6 hours because, when our responsibilities change when we get older, and especially when your kids get older. And then you add a business owner on top of that. And then you add someone that, on my story, I've got 2 full-time gigs. I coach full-time teams. I got 3 teenage kids. So
you have
what you want, I want to find some me time too. Mm-hmm. So that goes back onto the mental health part. So anyway, I'm rambling on. So I think that's an important thing for finding your me time. But it's hard when you start a business.
Oh yeah, it's damn near impossible. Like I'm trying, but I can't. And it's like someone said this to me last week. It was Pops that was in here. And he said like owning a business is like having a newborn and it never grows up.
Yeah.
Because you're always worried about it. Going to sleep, you're always worried about it. Wherever you go travel, you're always worried about it. Mm-hmm. Like once you're here, you're worried about it.
I agree.
It's like it doesn't grow up.
Yeah.
And so
I don't know why.
That's the hard part.
I don't mean to change gears, but I have to say this because you saying something made me remember an incident. I'll never forget when you said that you worry about it when you go out of town or you're always worried about it. How did that make you feel when I called you saying that, hey, man, we have a situation here and you couldn't get here to deal with it when we had like when you know what, I'm going to change subject. I almost brought up a fight that we had in here.
Oh, okay. Well, we had an altercation in here.
We had an altercation in here, and when you're not able to get to your business to deal with it, how did that bother you? Did that ruin your vacation?
It didn't ruin my vacation because, oddly enough, I knew that when you told me you took care of it, and I like checked the camera and I didn't see what happened, but I saw that everything was okay. My biggest worry was like, what are people going to react like?
Right.
But it was like one of those things like I can't do anything until I get home. I worried about it, but it wasn't like the things I worry about are like money and like stuff like that. But like that definitely is a worry, but it was not as stressful, I guess, because I knew you handled it.
No, that's kind of the answer I was hearing because the part that bothered me was when you say that you worry about the place all the time, and I feel that. I'm the same way. The part that I was worried more about was the image. So then that just goes into hyper mode. You're always thinking, well, how can we do this? How can we do this? So, so even when business owners are away on me time, you're constantly at work.
Yeah.
And so I will totally understand that.
It's awesome to have someone that I can trust when, like, if I do have a problem and you fix it, I don't worry about it. Like, cause it's like, oh, Dave's got it. Or I can leave and be like, Dave's got it. Like, I don't have to stress. Like, I still stress, but it's not It's like I'm not checking the cameras every second of the day because I used to do that. Now I don't do that
that's good,
hardly at all.
A lot of people would lose out on their discounts if you kept looking at the cameras.
Discount Dave.
Discount Dave.
Discount
Dave. All right, let's wrap this up. So thank you guys for coming in. It's always been a pleasure.
Oh, I love sitting here making up stories.
Making up stories. Yeah. About the moon too, right?
Yeah, about the moon.
No dinosaurs. Dinosaurs.
But yeah, no, we have to do this more often. Glad you guys came out. Now we can sit back and relax, enjoy smoke. Dave, you don't have to go downstairs. You can stay up here if you want.
I can?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Just today only.
Oh.
Just because it's Friday.
Today? So come on down to the shop today. You might get a chance to see
Well, this
me.
doesn't air until Tuesday. So
Come on to the shop on Wednesday. You might get to see him.
yeah. No, Dave will be downstairs on Wednesday.
Hey, go back to your dungeon.
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Make sure you follow us on all the social media platforms at Strawberry Hill Podcast, and we will catch you next time.
Goodbye, everybody.